In the last couple of weeks, I've spoken to at least 2 to 3 people who have expressed their disbelief in God somewhat, right? And it really baffles me that as we progress as a generation, where especially here in Nigeria is considered to be a spiritual country, or a country that is spiritually inclined, and it really baffles me that the number of people who are starting to fall within the category of unbelievers, so to speak, or people who actually just don't believe in God, or they just think that He's just there, He's okay, He's some guy who's just watching. Sometimes He interferes, sometimes He doesn't. Some people actually don't believe. The number is quite staggering, and I'm genuinely concerned. So regardless of what you believe, wherever you stand in the divide, God, whether you don't believe in God, whether you don't believe in Jesus, whether you are someone who actually thinks that as a follower of Christ, you should not bother other people who don't believe in Jesus to come to the light, wherever it is you stand, the truth is there's only one of all of this different pockets of beliefs. There's only one that is actually true, and it will be a tragedy to find out after death that you're on the wrong side. Now, I have this theory of something that paints a clear picture of what it is. Recently, NASA sent a crew on a space mission. A lot of us heard about it. I particularly followed that story because I'm interested in anything that has to do with astrology and space, living the Earth and stuff like that, but that's not the point. Recently, NASA sent a crew on a mission to the moon. They didn't land, but they went around the moon. They went to the far side of the moon. And I learned something from all of that. You see, there were different categories, different pockets of people who followed that story. There are people who actually believe that the earth is flat, right? Ridiculous. There are people who actually believe that the earth is round. I'm one of them. There are people who have no form of belief at all. But the truth is, in all of this, there is only one that is actually correct, right? Regardless of where you stand, there is only one truth in all of this. And because we have almost no way of verifying some of these things, you see, some people actually believe that the crew did not leave the earth, right? Artemis 2 did not leave the earth. Some people actually believe that, and they will do anything to prove it. They will post videos, they will take screenshots and circle places that they believe help to prove their point. But in all of this, there is only one set of people that is actually right. I believe strongly that the Artemis 2 crew left the earth and they did go around the moon and back in 10 days. But I am not going to put my foot down and say I am correct, right? Even though a lot of things are pointing to the fact that there are a lot of evidences that are pointing to the fact that the earth is round. My point here is, with all of this, with all of these things, with all of these pockets of believers, so to speak, whether you believe that there is a God, whether you believe that Jesus is the only way, regardless of what you think, one of us is right. One of us is correct. Some people will continue to argue this until the final day. Some people will remain on the fence until the final day. Some people will stay in the truth until the final day. But a day of reckoning is coming when we will all realize the person who was actually saying the truth all along was. And it's just scary to think that there will be a large number of people who will be shocked but will have absolutely no way to reverse anything. You don't want to be in that space where you find out eventually that there was a God all along, and He has a Son whose name is Jesus, and that is the only way to live through eternity. It will be too late, right? Your best chance is now. So, what would I leave you with? Do a little digging if you want, but I would really encourage you to pay attention to some of the gospel that you've been hearing. And I pray that the Spirit of God will touch you, because only He can convert.